What's up, party people? Today, we are discussing if two key players on the Lakers are going to be leaving the purple and gold soon. Not two players, actually, sorry. One player and one key person, perhaps. But anyways, is LeBron James and is Darvin Ham going to be leaving the Lakers soon? I'm Jaya Tewari with Lakers Digest, and let's get right into it. So first of all, is LeBron going to leave the Lakers? And specifically, is he going to leave the Lakers because of Bronny? Obviously, Bronny is well into his first season of college basketball at USC, and it is very clear that LeBron wants to stay in the NBA to play with Bronny. There's all these conspiracies that LeBron wanted to retire last season or he's going to retire at the end of this season. If you are a Lakers Digest fan, you know that I am of the firm opinion LeBron is staying in the NBA to play a season or two with Bronny. But the reason this discussion is coming up right now is because Dan either way, he is one of the he's the Lakers reporter for the Los Angeles Times. He was recently quoted saying, he as in LeBron, he will survey the landscape where Bronny will be selected, and if it's a good fit for Bronny and him as well. It is not lost that history can be made, not just by Bron and Bronny being on the same team, but they could play against each other. It would be great NBA scripting for LeBron and Bronny to play against each other in the NBA or for them to play on the same team. Obviously, we know where LeBron's preference lies. He really does want to play on the same team as his son, and retiring at the end of this season or next would mean giving up the chance to do so. So right now, it looks like Bronny will be entering the 2024 draft. I personally not that he's watching this, but hey, Bronny, I think you should declare for 2025 instead. I think under any other circumstances, he would be a 2-year college basketball player instead of just one. But because of his high-profile nature, he's going to end up probably declaring for the 2024. I just wish he took an extra year to kind of be able to play and develop a bit more as a player. Plus, with all of his health issues, I feel like he's been robbed of some college basketball time. But with LeBron getting older but not getting any worse, I do understand why he would want to rush into playing next season instead of taking the extra year to kind of take the time to, again, just develop his skills more as a player. But with that being said, let's say LeBron is still on the Lakers by then. After all, his contract does go until the end of the 2025 season. So he's got this season and next as a Laker still. No questioning that. And if Bronny enters the 2024 draft, which would be next year, where does that leave LeBron? He's clearly contracted to stay with the Lakers, and I don't think he'd be breaking that. And so, would the Lakers get Bronny in the draft? I personally don't think so. I mean, LeBron will do everything in his power to try to finagle some scheming and be able to get Bronny. But Bronny is going to be in really high demand, not because of his value as a player, but because of what getting Bronny could bring to whatever team drafts him. So since LeBron has joked about going to playing for the Hawks, if the Hawks got him, there's this mock draft that ESPN posted where Bronny went to the Hawks, and then LeBron made a joke about going to play for the Hawks if that happened. But anyways, using the Hawks as an example, let's say the Hawks pick Bronny in the draft. In that case, either the Lakers, still having LeBron, are going to make an absurd trade just to get Bronny to the Lakers, or LeBron himself will actually go play for the Hawks. So drafting Bronny is just really valuable because of the trades that could come out of it, or the slim chance of even getting LeBron. But another reason why I think that LeBron is not leaving the Lakers anytime soon is because of this report from Jovan Buha, who's one of the Lakers guys, who's an NBA reporter for The Athletic. And he said, again, in reference to LeBron, he has his roots in LA. His other son, Bryce, is playing in high school here, and his family is in LA. He'd be giving up money and a lifestyle to go somewhere else and try to win a 5th ring. Overall, handicapping it, I think he's going to stay in LA. So yeah. I don't think LeBron is going to be leaving the Lakers anytime soon, and I really do think that his preference is getting Bronny to the Lakers in order for them to be able to play together. Whether LeBron actually retires the Laker or not is a whole nother question. I really hope he does, just for my own personal Lakers fan base, but I also think it would be really cool if he just switched up and went back to sign a 1-day contract, one of those things that a lot of players would do sometimes in order to retire as a Cavalier, especially since that's where it all started. And I mean, he's from Ohio. Why wouldn't you want to retire on a team in your home state? So debatable where he'll actually retire, but I do think that LeBron will at least have a few more seasons as a Laker, and that Bronny will end up coming to the Lakers in order to do so. I think there's also a chance that LeBron even takes a huge pay cut in order to get Bronny to the Lakers. Because right now, obviously, we're paying him way more than any other player. And him taking a pay cut would free up some money and cap space and all that fun stuff in order to pay a bit more to get maybe another draft, to trade for draft picks and be able to increase our chances of getting Bronny to the Lakers, maybe even off of the draft. But again, I really don't think that we'll be able to get Bronny from the draft because so many other teams will be playing the same game, even if it means upsetting Lee GM. Plus, the Lakers are going to do whatever it takes to keep Bron happy. He is their star. Our entire team is built around him. And without him, we would be doing even worse than whatever is going on now. Which now leads me to our next subject, Darvin Ham. When is he getting fired? Is he getting fired? My own personal opinion is when is he getting fired, and that he needs to be. Right now, since the Bucks coach Adrian Griffin just got fired, it now looks like Darvin Ham is the next betting favorite to get fired, at least according to Bet Online. He's got odds at 11-4 to be the next head coach to be fired. And I really hope that all of these sports bettors are right. I wish I could put my money on this, but right now, I feel like we've kept him on for too long to actually put some real financial stake in him getting fired soon. I'm just internally hoping that he does. His rotations have just been an absolute mess. There's no need for whatever's been going on, and he has absolutely broken the confidence of so many of our players, especially Rui Hachimura. If you've seen a lot of the videos of Rui, especially like before games or in the locker room, there's even like that one video, I don't know if you guys have seen it, of like him walking up and like doing his little LA sign. He just looks absolutely dejected, and it is so clear that our players, aside from AD and LeBron, just have no idea what role they're supposed to be playing on the court, because other players that are not nearly as good as them are getting way more play time. We're prioritizing the wrong players, and now it looks like, at least according to some rumors, D'Lo might be getting traded, which I think is the stupidest thing ever. We should be keeping D'Lo on the floor, but instead, he's been taking the heat for so many of Ham's so many of Ham's failures, and Ham has not been using him properly. And I just think it is just going to be ridiculous to be trading some of these players when it is clearly Ham's fault that they are not performing as well as they should be. Again, I think the biggest problem is his rotations and just his overall inconsistency. Plus, it is clear that the Lakers locker room is not happy with him. LeBron himself has made some comments and has made it clear that he doesn't really want to trade his current roster. He, in the locker room the other day, in an interview, said he doesn't play fantasy basketball and doesn't even want to consider, obviously, could be a political statement and just staying neutral, but I really do believe LeBron doesn't even want to consider trading his current team. I really do believe that our roster is not the problem right now, and it is our coaching. There is no reason that some of these more defensive players should be getting the play time that they are. Like, I'm a big proponent of needing a lot of defense on the floor, but we should not be starting multiple defensive players. And just going back to the rotation that got us to the Western Conference Finals is what we need. I'm glad that we've at least kept Reaves as a consistent starter, and that hasn't been switching up too much, but like, why are we starting so many defensive players constantly and just changing it every single game, especially when he says he's going back to our rotation that got us to the Western Conference Finals and then is breaking that promise? It's so inconsistent, and I don't know what he's doing, and he's lost the locker room. I really hope he gets fired soon, and I hope that all of these bettors are right. And I'm going to be really, really sad to see players get traded instead of Ham taking accountability, or the Lakers realizing that it is Ham's fault and taking accountability and getting rid of him. We should not be getting rid of players. We should be getting rid of Darvin Ham. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Lakers Digest. We post a ton of Lakers videos a week, going over news, being analysts, and all that fun stuff. I've been Jaya Tewari, and thanks again for watching.